Hey, this is Jonathan, and I don't remember what I was doing here with the Rust playground, but I think I was trying to test something. I don't know what I was trying to test, but it was really weird. Oh, I think someone said you could like name tuple arguments or something dumb like that, and it doesn't look like you can. Anyway, last time I was trying to implement a loading state for Mini-rando, and yeah, I found this good example that someone posted on the was it the Amethyst subreddit or the Rust Game Dev subreddit, one of those two subreddits. And this seems to have a very good way of handling loading state. So remember, originally when I added my play state here, or actually as it still is, I had this like progress here and this initialized Boolean flag, and I also had the seed. The problem with that is I have to always instantiate the progress and the initialized every time I want to pass in, or like every time I want to construct a play. So that was not very good, especially since I have state-specific logic here, and this is just for like initialization logic. This is all related to loading. This is related to gameplay. So what I realized was I needed a better approach for this, and that's pretty much exactly what's happening here. The key thing to note here is when they construct a loading state, since they are deriving the default trait, it's going to construct default values for all of these arguments. So this will be false, for example. This will be none. This will be none. I don't know what the default is for progress counter, but I assume it'll be like loading or something. Some kind of completion loading. So yeah, that's going to reduce all of the boilerplate, and then afterwards we just return a trans switch that'll bring us to the play state once we're done loading. I mean, it's pretty logical. So that's the approach I'm going to take today, I think. At least it seems like the right way to handle this. So let's begin. I'm going to go to the new loading state that I created, LoadPlay. And of course the first thing I'm going to do is derive default, because it just seems like such a good idea. Alright, so now we have this sort of initial state. Next, what are we going to do? We're going to... we need progress. That's a must. There's nothing we can do about that. We also need prefab handles, so this is something that I think is kind of interesting. I'm not really sure how to handle the prefab loader system, because right now I'm giving it this was checked, but I think I want something a little more general than that. So let's go take a look at main here, just to get a better idea. Or sorry, they don't have... Is this not a binary project? It's a game. Why? What? That's weird. They made this, okay, they made this thing a library? Because there's a lib.rs here. That strikes me as being really weird. And then they have a run function. That's super weird. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like you might as well just make this a binary project instead of a library. But, okay. Maybe they didn't know that you could set that. And actually, recently I tried just giving cargo new no flag to specify binary, expecting a library, and I actually got a binary instead. So I don't understand. Maybe this was created before that change, or at least I think it was changed. It might be a placebo, but I definitely like remember using cargo new with no flags, and it would give me a library every time. And now when I do it, I get binaries. So I don't understand. Anyway, what do they use for their prefab loading? See, they have this running prefab data. I don't know what that means, but I think that's something more general than what I've been playing with. So let's look up running prefab data. I think it'll be used in this repository, at least to define self-running. Running is the state. Yeah, so all the prefabs, in the running state. Basic scene prefab. Vec, pause, norm text. Okay. I may need to add multiple prefab loader systems if I'm gonna have different types of prefabs. But they seem to use this to handle all kinds of prefabs. Yeah. So I'm super curious to know how they intended for this all to work. Here they're using... So I guess it's just a vector of pause norm text. And that's all they use for this. Okay. Interesting. Not what I expected, but interesting nonetheless. I realize I still haven't written very much code, but I need to do this research first. Otherwise this is not going to make a lot of sense. I'm not going to be able to do what I want when the time comes. I need to create more prefabs of different types. So yeah, this seems like running prefab data only is just a vector of these pause norm texts. So I'm probably going to need multiple systems, which is fine. I just wasn't really sure how this is going to work. And this is an ID, isn't it? I'm pretty sure that's an ID. Oh, that's silly. I definitely should be able to go there. But alright, if you insist. Maybe I should update my IntelliJ plugin, or my Rust plugin. That might fix that, but I don't know. Yeah, that's the name of the system, I think. This is Scene Loader. I feel like you'd want multiple systems, one per prefab type. You know what? This is kind of weird, but we're going to go on Reddit and we're going to look for more Amethyst games. I think they have... I'm pretty sure they have example games here. Let's go look. Oh, I just wanted to confirm that I should be creating more than one system for prefabs if I want to have multiple types of prefabs. Yeah, I know about that. Networking forums? No. Real-time text rendering? Okay. GFX-RS. I thought there was a... I'm pretty sure, actually. Sorry, I got distracted by this. Huh. Wow. Automated testing framework? Interesting. Okay, that is kind of crazy. Huh. Okay. Testing section in the book and the API documentation. Alright. Wow. I never noticed that before, but that seems like it could be pretty useful. Where is the page with all the games? I swear there was a page with like all the games. Wait, maybe... It's here? I really thought that they had like a collection of games built with Amethyst somewhere. Where was that? Maybe it was on Rust Game Dev. Okay, that's an interesting question. Blah blah blah. Was this that one? No, this is a different one. Why is it every time I try to look for something I can't find it? Because I'm bad. Was it here? No. I swear, I really thought that they actually had a page full of games that were written in Amethyst. Okay. Maybe here? No. I don't know what I was expecting. Oh, there. I definitely feel like I've seen it though. I saw something to indicate that that was the case. But where? Where did I see that? Okay, this is the Rust Game Dev page. Oh, here we go. Found it. Well, that was not very easy to find, I have to say. And it is not really loading. Okay, there we go. Huh, okay. Either it's playable or has had development in the last 2 months. Oh man, that means that my game is eligible for this list, even though it's not even playable. Okay. Man, where do I start? There's a whole bunch of stuff here. Guess we'll start with this one. Although this looks incredibly simplistic. What's all this? Oh, that's like documentation. Yeah, this doesn't even use prefabs. I'm looking for something that actually uses prefabs. I want to know, like, if maybe I don't need to create so many different prefabs or what. Because I don't really know what's, you know, idiomatic in terms of like game dev, period, for number of prefabs, etc. This has prefabs. Hello. Show me. Core bundle. Render bundle. Wait, what? Do they not use a prefab loader? Wait. Are they not using custom prefabs? I saw a prefab somewhere. Here it was, yeah. UI. Okay. Okay, there's something I'm not understanding about prefabs and how they're meant to be used. That is kind of worrying. I don't want to move forward until I know how this should be done. I don't know how this... Well, these are all UI ones. What am I doing? There's no point in looking at that. But these are like display, config, and input bindings. Okay, so maybe these kinds of prefabs are not the kinds of prefabs that I particularly care about. Why is there lib.rs? Ooh, that's a lot of to-dos. Oh wow, yeah, that's a lot of to-dos. Huh. Fog of War. Oh, is this a tile-based game? It kind of... Because, yeah, Fog of War, like in Fire Emblem, is what that's reminding me of. Nothing here about prefabs, okay. Euler number, okay. They use E here. Oh, I guess that's not really unreasonable. Thinking about it, that's... Yeah. In-game core system. Okay, so they use multiple systems. It's kind of what I'm doing. Alright, this is a good example as well, but not for the same reasons. Alright, let's take a look at another project. I'm gonna bookmark this. Sure. Done. Naisu Kurimu. Huh, okay. It's very Japanese. Does that just say nice cream? That's how I would read it if it was written in like katakana or something. What is going on here? Game.rs, is this what I want? Yeah, here's where main is hidden. Okay, yeah, but maybe that is what it's supposed to be. Okay, I'm not going to look too much at that. Just wanna... Huh, gamepads. Interesting. So this has support for gamepads, I guess. Might be useful to look at for the future. This one doesn't seem to use any kind of prefab loader systems. I just want to get an idea, you know, like these games are just too simple, I think. I don't know. What about this one? This one looks like it might not be so simple. Oh yeah, look at all these systems. Let's go. Wow, look at all these absolutely zero prefab loader systems. Alright, I guess this one doesn't use prefabs. This is the only one that seems to use prefabs at all. But it only uses like one. Oh, this is so not what I was expecting. Wow. I don't think this one will use prefabs either. Oh, it does! This one has multiple prefab loader systems. Okay, here we go. Wow. The project that I least expected to have multiple prefab loader systems was the one that actually did have multiple prefab loader systems. Alright, that's cool. This one has music as well. That's sick. Alright. Alright, this seems like a useful project to have as an example as well. And yeah, it does seem like they use multiple prefabs, so I guess what I have right now is okay. But for later I might not want to do that. Yeah, I feel like you're just going to stack more and more prefab loader systems here. I guess that's okay. At least I don't see any like problems with it. Not right off the bat, anyway. So okay, I'm getting a bit of a better idea of what people do. So people don't necessarily just have a single prefab loader system, is what I've learned from this. It's okay to have two. Or more, maybe even. This one probably shouldn't be called scene loader. I'll call this I don't know, was checked loader. Maybe that's not the best kind of prefab to have off right off the bat. Maybe I should have had like some kind of item location loader. That might make a bit more sense. But for now I'm going to roll with this. I imagine this is going to change in the future. And by the future I mean like the near future, not like oh man, the game is finally complete, let's go change that. Alright. So I've confirmed a few things, got a better idea of how I want to handle things. Let's start looking into what we should put here. Well, what immediately jumps out at me is moving this stuff there. And do I necessarily need to make that public, I wonder? So looking at the other project. Okay, here's the GitHub repo again. We've come full circle, I'm back where I started. We have what? We have me being distracted again for no reason. What's Fern? I don't know what Fern is. Fern Dispatch? New? I have no idea what that is. Fern Logger. Oh, maybe it's a logging thing. How did I end up here? This doesn't look like the same game that I was looking at before. Oh wait, no, it is. It is the same game. I don't know how I didn't notice that it was. I'm crazy. I'm losing it. And no, they don't have to be public. Okay. I prefer that, actually. We'll just use the defaults instead. And we're gonna have to have a handle for was checked, I guess. It only makes sense. So we're gonna have was checked handle which is an option. Is it like prefab data? No, it's just prefab. Option, handle, prefab, and then it'll be was checked. We're going to have to import a bunch of stuff to make that one work. It's okay. Also, I was thinking of trying out the new Rust edition soon-ish. I didn't realize that in order to switch to the new Rust edition, you have to add to your cargo.toml edition equals 2018. So if I do that, it'll let me, well, it'll force me to use the new syntax and stuff. So I won't be able to just say use, I don't know, like states. You know, I'll have to use crate : states, or like use self : states, etc. It's a part of their effort to make modules consistent or something. I don't know. I felt this was already intuitive enough, but I guess some people didn't. Where there was some rule that was broken, but yeah, I can understand the new system too. If we just threw in like a self here, and a self there, like I feel like it doesn't really change much, right? Like it's not a big deal. Actually, can I still run this? I'm kind of curious. Is it gonna even try and load this? I feel like if I don't include it as a module, it won't try to compile it. Yeah, and this makes sense to me. You know, I didn't have to call it LoadPlay. I could have just called it Load, considering it's under Play already. So that's kind of silly. Okay, yeah, and this seems to work, actually. Looking at this. Well, this thing is probably going to run. So yeah, that will make it future-proof, just by doing that one simple change right here. I don't know if main is the only place where I've done this, admittedly, but I think it's pretty easy to check. Yeah, most of the other places I'm using like super, so that's already that's valid in the new edition of Rust. Don't think I'm using anything else. That would be, yeah, okay. We're good. Alrighty dighty. So LoadPlay is going to require a bunch of stuff. It's okay. We know where to find all that stuff already. It's somewhere here. Yeah, this definitely. It's the same because these are sibling files. Modules, if you want to be specific. Super duper randomizer. I guess I could also start from like the crate level and go down, and that would probably be a lot less supers. I'm not sure actually. I'm really tempted to try that. Crate randomizer. Yeah, let's try this. No. Creating paths is experimental. Oh. Well, I guess that answers that question. I think that's only if you're on Rust Edition 2018 are you allowed to do that. Okay. I keep getting distracted by stuff that I just want to learn more about. I don't think that's like a bad thing, but it does slow me down. So in a way it is kind of bad. I'm just going to copy and paste this because I'm lazy. What's the chance I'm going to need all of these things? I think it's pretty high. I want to say it's really high, actually. It's so high that I'm going to keep it. So they're using simple states. I'm not using simple states. I'm using real states. Because I'm real. Alright, we'll do this. I've been doing some reading about lifetime, since that's one of the areas that I am a little bit shaky on. And I'm just trying to like get better at being able to visualize. Like if I get into a complex case where I need to worry about lifetimes, how can I desugar things in such a way that I can like visualize and reason about lifetimes. So that's something I've been trying to practice in the background. I guess we'll see what happens. I don't really know, I have to say. I haven't really put much thought into it. Or what I'm saying right now. When I'm trying to write code and also talk at the same time, I go on weird tangents and say things I don't want to say. And this is exactly what's happening right now. Anyway, yeah, I'm trying to learn more about lifetimes and reasoning with lifetimes, so I can be way better. The only reason I bring that up is because I see these lifetimes. Literally the only reason. Do I need a Mini-rando game data for this? I think I do, don't I? Because, yeah, like they're using simple states, so they don't have to worry about that. But I am not using simple states because my game is not going to be simple. I'm going to make a complex game. I'm just waiting until someone comes up with a new game engine. They're like, yeah, this game engine rocks. It's way better than Amethyst. Because that's how these kinds of things work. I guess that's just development in general, though. People try to always one-up each other with new libraries and stuff to, you know, I guess advance the meta, so to speak. Why can't I? Right, I need to actually get that from somewhere. Duh. I don't know why it's not coming to me very easily. I don't really like all these supers, and it'd be great to know if I can just use crate, because that would actually save me a lot of this stupid super stuff. I can see if you have a deeply nested structure where super would be more useful, because then it might be, if you're at a low level, or like the leaf level, I guess, of some kind of deeper hierarchy, then you would be able to access the stuff in the file directly above you with super, which is nice, rather than having to go all the way down from like the crate route. But as it is right now, like being forced to do super is really bad. I mean, it's not like really bad, as in it's ruining the design of my program, but it's just a little bit verbose and kind of meh. It's one of those nitpicky little things that really doesn't matter that much in the grand scheme of things. Like that's not what's going to hurt your project the most at the end of the day and make you like regret your life decisions forever. Update is going to be single-threaded, I think, or at least update is not going to call. It's not going to dispatch any systems, so that's a first. I definitely want to just take something similar to this. But yeah, we're going to do this like self-initialized stuff in LoadPlay. Oh yeah, actually I need to call it quits right now because I have to get ready for work tomorrow, and yeah, I need to start going to bed a little bit earlier. So yeah, we're gonna call it here for today. Shorter session than usual, but at least we're making progress, and I've discovered a few things, so that's good. All good things. these are steps towards getting our game really going, the exciting stuff. So yeah, just gonna call it right here.